What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the B3 podcast. I'm your host, Brett. Chris, the artist formerly known as Heavy C. I got multiple injuries, Matt, and Tanner the head. We have our show partners, Elite Nutrition. Check them out at EliteNutritionOmaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off. Go to the store in Omaha or Lincoln, yell B3.
Get a free shaker.
Whatever happened to the rides? We didn't talk about the rides in the Cybertruck recently. Is it not doing that still?
Yeah, Tanner just wears a shirt that says Cybertruck on it.
With an arrow that points at his face?
Just like the arrow pointing out.
No, it's like that one that says two-seater and it's got one pointing up and one pointing down.
So if you're in the area,
Shirts are great.
What days do you work in Lincoln?
I'm not saying shit.
Tanner's in Lincoln. Fucking just stop in every day until he shows up and he's given free mustache rides. Who wants a mustache ride? I'm on fun.
My turn.
Oh man,
Probably one of the best movies ever. I love that movie.
Super Troopers. If you weren't catching it, we also have Rosewood Block to make the best cutting boards and barbecue. Check them out at rosewoodblock.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off as well there. Speaking of the barbecue, it's almost Thanksgiving. I know we did this last year with some things, but why not revisit it?
We eat food every year.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. Matt decided to do 75 hard in the most opportune time to eat during the year.
Did you do this time? Wasn't it this time last year when you did it too?
No, I started right after the first of the year.
Oh,
You should have done that this time.
Should have.
It's fine, though.
I mean, you could just fuck it up right now.
Yeah. Just
How many days? But how many days are you in?
15.
Oh no!
I know he
Too
literally
far,
started.
it's too far in.
Literally going
November
to go
1st.
right through the holidays.
All the way.
Yeah.
January 15th.
Real stupid.
You know what? I'll save some Thanksgiving leftovers.
He can eat Thanksgiving.
January 15th, we'll have them for you. I'm not going to put them in the freezer either. Just keep them chilled in the fridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put a nice loose foil top on them.
Did
They
Yeah,
be
don't
dry
seal
at
the
all.
edges.
Yeah.
you know you're not supposed to like cut out the mold off your bread and eat it?
Like, eat
I used
the
to do
mold?
that too.
No,
Like the
you're not,
mold
you're not supposed to. Like, apparently the mold's like you can't see it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
You
like, if
just
you-
see the tip. Yeah. When, like,
I've
been doing that for a year.
Yeah.
Still fine.
yeah.
You've been eating the mold?
No, I just cut it. Take
Just
that little
scrape it
chunk
off,
off.
cut it
Yeah.
off.
Cut it off.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Apparently, it's like that's just like the tip of the glacier.
yeah.
Whatever penicillin's made from mold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm allergic.
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Tanner
whatever.
loves penicillin.
I drank out of the hose. I'm
I did
good.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we used to
You
have
still drink out of a
we used to
hose.
have a cup that was on the. We used to have a cup
skin
that was
hose?
hanging by baling wire on the hydrant. And we would just drink out of that. Had like a baling wire hook with the cup hanging on it.
Yeah.
You just give it a couple rinses and then fucking drink out of it. And it was well water, so I don't.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
My in-laws are so terrified that we have well water. Like, they are convinced that if we drink it, we're going to die.
Did you say there's no fluoride in it, so you're
I'm
gonna
like,
live?
I drink a lot of this well water, and I haven't died yet. Once I'm in great health, but I haven't died.
Yet.
It's not the water.
Not the water.
It's life choices, guys. It's life
Yeah,
choices.
yeah, it's fine. You want some water?
Anyway, let's start with like appetizer style stuff. What do you guys like to do for appetizers?
Prime rib.
Turkey.
My wife makes all the appetizers. Basically.
Face was pure disappointment.
We have the I don't even know what it's called. That cornbread casserole thing, cornbread, whatever she makes. It's like cornbread, a bunch of other
Say
vegetables.
cornbread
and
one
shit.
more time.
Fucking no idea what it is.
Is
I
it
can
like
picture it in my
like
head.
a scalp corn kind of thing? Like,
You've been there.
I know I can't think of what it is.
Yeah,
I just
either.
eat. I just put whatever. I just eat whatever they put in front of me.
you were gonna say, I just put whatever in
My
my mouth.
mouth. Yeah.
No.
We know.
It's a good Thanksgiving. Yeah, cranberry sauce, that stuff.
See, I'm
That's
out.
not an appetizer.
What are you talking about?
You just eat
Is that
cranberry
a
sauce?
side?
You put it on the
Like
turkey.
the-
Okay, so appetizer
can?
would be you gotta have a charcuterie board, right? For everybody to come over, you got some cheeses, a nice little
No, I
fancy.
get like Costco shrimp in a little plastic container.
Jeez.
I do like those, dude. I used to buy
Bunch
shrimp
of-
ring and some cocktail sauce. Fuck that shit up, man.
Bunch of fucking rednecks, I tell you. Well, we're real fancy here. We got the plastic shrimp cocktail. Wow, nothing but the best, Clark.
So you got the charcuterie board.
Yeah, I guess that's mainly the appetizer. But then I guess you're right. Those are sides that I'm talking about. The other thing.
You're the appetizer guy, Brad. Why don't you tell us your appetizers?
Well, I've made a few different ones. We've done pig shots. Pig shots are super good. If you've never
What's a
made
pig
those,
shot?
You take a sausage. I usually get like their the mango. Is it mango habanero? It's like a chicken sausage.
Yeah.
Cut it into like little like half-inch pieces. Wrap it in bacon, and then I do a mix of like cream cheese, shredded cheese, diced green chilies, and some seasoning. Then I put it in a piping bag, and you go through and you fill up it because it makes it like a little shot glass with the bacon. Fill it up with that mixture, and then put them on the smoker. Like 250. I think it takes like an hour or something like that,
Yeah,
if that.
maybe,
45 minutes. Pitman's times will super smoke your bacon off. But this year I tried Meat Church's Magnum Loads. It's like a 3-year-old at the table,
I mean, Tanner asked me to give him those Cybertruck rides, so he knows all about the
How
Magnum.
was that Magnum load you took, Brett?
It was all about the Magnum.
So I saved this load I put in my mouth.
I've been saving this one.
So the guy that made these died recently, so that's why it was a tribute. Real piece of shit, Tanner. The Meat Church did. Jesus.
I
You have no sensitivity to people
just
dying.
don't think the name Magnum load and that you said you took one.
I didn't name it. A guy like some barbecue world champion named it.
All right.
But yeah, you take a kielbasa and you use like a jalapeno core, like an apple core, and you take out the center and you put a little smoky. So the little smoky is just a little bit longer than the kielbasa. Wrap it in sausage and then wrap it in bacon and then smoke it. I did it that way, but it doesn't really have like a ton of flavor. It's just like a meat wad. So I think I'm actually going to do like the similar cream cheese mix for the pig shots. Put that inside the kielbasa and then wrap it in sausage and wrap it in bacon.
Good.
And smoke it that way. And then you get some seasoning on the inside too. And then like how you like the cream insides in your mouth, that's what it will do when you bite into it.
That'll be a real Magnum shot for
And
you.
those when you do the Magnum loads, it kind of depends on if you
Magnum
want.
load. That's even better.
Yeah, it depends if you want like more smoke on them, so you can cook them like 250 or 275, or you can go like 325. It just kind of depends on what kind of time you got. But they're pretty solid. I think I did like 2 pounds of sausage and we did like the chicken kielbasas. We did 2 of those, and I think it made like 10 or 12 of them. But I mean, they're like almost 6 ounces of like meat once
Load.
you get them done. Yeah. Yep. Man, this guy.
He's had a rough week to give him Cybertruck rides, like I said.
Yeah, dude, he's just really on the wieners
The
today.
weird thing about it is after you finish, Tanner cries.
It's how he masks his pain.
He just
Your
starts-
face is wet in the beginning. Mine was wet in the beginning.
like yours was at the end.
Matt, what do you got?
Smoked deviled eggs, if I do a side.
That's solid.
Generally my go-to. I don't
That'd be more of an hors d'oeuvre.
or sorry, yeah, like an
appetizer.
appetizer. So I generally don't like having a bunch of appetizers.
Not
Just
on
because,
Thanksgiving.
like you eat all the appetizers, and then you're gonna expect it to go eat a bunch of really good food, and I'd rather just like eat that really good food.
But what if it's like a day of it? Like you're going to have like appetizers
not
for
to
lunch,
do that.
basically, and then you're going to eat
Yeah.
like turkey for dinner.
Yeah, I try not to do that.
I feel like appetizers are good Super Bowl food.
Like little snacking foods and stuff. Like if we get together with my family and Aaron's family, they have different like holiday styles. Like my parents want to get together her parents want to get together and like hang out for a long time before and have appetizers and talk, and then have the meal, and then everyone's like, all right, fuck off, see you later. Whereas my parents want to stay around. Like they want to show up just a little bit before food, eat food, and then everyone hang around forever afterwards. So like if we let them choose, there's a long time ahead of time before meal, and then a long time after, and it's too much family.
In the middle.
Yeah, it's too much. So I'm like, we're going to show up a little bit before, have some food, we'll stay a little bit after, have some dessert, and then we're gone.
Yeah.
Then in between time is where you're supposed to get drunk and then be abusive later on when you leave.
Right?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Midwest.
Yeah. So if I do an appetizer, I really like the smoked deviled eggs are pretty scrumptious.
Do you smoke them cut in half or do you smoke them whole?
Cut in
That's
half.
the real trick. If you're going to make smoked deviled eggs, you cut them in half and smoke them. Mm-hmm. You get more smoke on the
And if you
inside.
cut them,
otherwise you don't get the
Yeah, but how do you?
They're already hard boiled. You already hard boil them.
Yeah, but doesn't a deviled egg don't you take all the stuff
Yeah.
out and add all the stuff?
Yeah,
into
but you
it?
smoke it first with everything in there still. You just cut them in half, smoke them, and then you take them inside, and then you take the yolks out and do all
Yeah.
that. So you can do your regular deviled egg mix, but you've just smoked them.
No, you smoke
The-
it first.
The
Yeah, and you don't
last
have to
couple
smoke
I've
them very long.
No, the last couple that I've done, I cut them in half, smoked them. I think I had it set at 180 or maybe I went lower. I think 180 because that's
It's only for
pretty
like,
low.
like 30 minutes maybe.
Yeah. 180, super smoke, took them out, put them in a plastic container and closed it up, and then left them in the fridge overnight, and then made the deviled egg stuff the next day.
That's the real trick if you're going to smoke something like that, or if you're going to cold smoke cheese. Put it in baggies and let it sit in the fridge for like a day or two, and then it'll be even more smoky. It'll absorb that smoke more.
Well, like if you ever like make chili or soups or like especially like Mexican soups and stuff like that, they're always better the next day.
Yep.
Yeah, once that flavor kind of absorbs more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoked deviled egg, solid move.
Yeah. So those if I'm gonna do something, that's generally the go-to.
What do you consider a shotgun shell? Do you consider that like a meal, or do you consider that like a?
I do them as appetizers because I cut them. I don't leave them as like the full shell.
Okay.
So you probably just cut them in half.
Like a half shell.
Like heroes in
A
half
half
shell,
load, if you will.
turtle power.
Yes.
See, but the shotgun shells are the big manicotti noodles with a mix of.
You got to make sure the bacon gets on all parts of that noodle.
Yes, otherwise it
Or
will be
just
hard.
cut that
Yes.
fucking thing off.
So that's so honestly like the last time I made them, I put thick cut bacon on it because I wanted just more meat. But then you have the end of the shell that's just.
I think you have to use 2
exposed.
full pieces of.
So you'd have
thick
to.
cut.
So what I did was super wasteful. Is I cut off the ends, so like the manicotti part on the end, I cut that stuff off, and then I cut them in half. So I just got like 2 bites out of each one. I took all the scraps and I just gave them to the dogs, and they were super happy about it.
Because you just put, what do you put in yours, like sausage or hamburger
Yeah, a mix of sausage and hamburger.
and seasoning, some cheese. We can do like diced jalapenos or diced green chilies. But it's, the only difference between like the pig shots, there's just no meat in the pig shots, the little mix you put together. But you do that with the manicotti. You use a piping bag and you can squeeze all the fucking stuff into the noodle. And then, like you were talking about wrapping it with bacon, cover the entire noodle with bacon.
All of it.
And if you let it sit overnight, that fat from the bacon will soften the noodle, and then you can put them on the smoker. And
That'll just break a tooth if you don't.
yeah. And then again, you can go like it. It's kind of your preference. You can go 275 or 325. And once the meat on the inside is 165, you can take them off. Your bacon will probably be done before that. But those are solid snackaronis.
I think Thanksgiving's all about the sides.
I don't disagree.
Like Nicole makes green bean casserole from like,
Green bean casserole is legit.
but she makes her own mushroom stuff, and then like I fried up the onion strips, and yeah, it was fucking good. Fresh green beans, not the cans of things.
So that's your move.
I love green bean casserole, and I love sweet potato casserole with a bunch of brown sugar crumble stuff on
Do you
top.
smoke any of them to cook them?
No, I just spatchcock my turkey and smoke it.
You don't do the.
I was the first one to say spatchcock.
Yeah, you were. Yeah,
You're always the first one to cock. I mean, spatchcock.
The first one that's excited about saying cock is Tanner. You don't. I wonder how that would be, the smoked green bean casserole.
I don't know. It's really good, so I'm not going to like
think-
fuck with it.
I think part of that issue would be, well, I mean, you could do it, but you wouldn't be able to put your like crumbled onions on top until the end because like you'd want to stir it periodically so you get more exposure to.
So like I fried up all the onion strips and stuff. But good lord, like that's like having onion rings instead of the crispy ones. Oh, yes, it's fucking good.
Dude, fried onion rings, I'll just eat them out of the container.
Yeah, they're like,
Have you had the fried jalapeno? You get the jalapeno ones too?
oh god, no, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, they make jalapeno ones. They're super good.
I think I would just like to sit, like if I'm gonna have those things like on the traditional green bean, I would just set the can next to me so I can just
Let me put my own on.
so I can just add as
A
we
little
go.
bit salt, a little bit
I wouldn't even add it.
onion.
I would just drink them out of the container. Especially like the cheesy ones. So
Those onion strings are so good.
you're going to spatchcock your turkey.
Oh yeah.
What do you season it with?
I think I'm gonna do the Cosmos. I saw that Cosmos brine bag.
Oh, no, Bird Bath is Meat Church. He does his own.
I just saw it on Instagram, and I was gonna give that Cosmos one a try.
What's the seasoning though? Does he have
I think
he has a whole
it's
kit?
Yeah, it's a whole kit.
Okay.
Nice.
Cosmos is good. They make good food.
Yeah,
Good
Cosmos
seasonings.
is good.
What about you, Matt?
I use the Meat Church Bird Bath brine, and then I think last year I did Honey Hog on it. That's pretty good. I'd heard like his.
And he spatchcocked it, or you did the?
Oh yeah, spatchcock.
Okay.
Yeah, I spatchcock it after I brine it.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
Probably just sits in the tub better for me, I think.
Yeah.
But I have just one of those like a little Yeti cooler.
Yeah.
So I make
bucket?
not a bucket, actual cooler.
Oh,
But I use that because I can just leave it in the kitchen. So I put the brine, do the brine, put it in there, put the bird in there, fill it with ice, and then let it sit for I don't know a few days.
why do you fill it with that? Because it sits outside.
Yeah, I just leave the cooler in the kitchen.
I just leave it in the garage.
Yeah,
It's like 4 degrees anyways.
yeah. So I put ice in there just to make sure that the water and everything stays really cold. I mean, it probably dilutes the brine a little bit, but not a big issue.
We're not actually doing a turkey this year. We're not making one.
Either
But-
are we.
But I do like if you don't want to spatchcock it, I've done obviously I brined it. And I used the Cabela's, had like a honey brine, a Hall honey brine. But I got one of the briner buckets. If you have room in your fridge, it's like you can get different sizes, but it's like probably like a 3-gallon bucket, and you can put the bird in there. And then it has this lid you can put down in, and it turns and locks into place, so it keeps the bird submerged in water.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, it's called a briner bucket. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at Cabela's. And like I said, they have small ones or the big ones for a turkey. And then it has a lid. You just put it on there. You can, if you have room in your fridge, you just stick it in the fridge.
I mean, at this time of year, you can usually put some ice in it, leave it in the front garden.
Oh yeah, I just
Yeah, if I had the room, I'd put it in a bucket and put it in the fridge. But
Yeah.
yeah. And then like when you get done brining, it's dried off really good. Make sure you dump the cavity out, pull the fucking neck and the giblets out. If you get a fresh one, you can get from Just Good Meats just over here by the gym. You can order farm fresh turkeys. You go pick them up.
So we got ours from Ellsworth. I got it, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like farm raised.
So it's frozen now.
It's been frozen.
Oh, see, theirs aren't frozen, just straight.
Oh yeah, this like we had it like out there. You had to make sure if you wanted your turkey, you better have gotten it.
Oh,
Like they were a hot commodity and they were not inexpensive.
oh. Yeah, make sure you dry it out good. And then we did it where you do like you pull the breast meat, the skin from the breast, and you put like a pound of butter in there,
Yeah.
like
you
4
get your
different.
hand up working
Yeah.
up right there.
Yep.
Get like 4 different slabs of that, and then season the outside. Well, we did the one where you could slather it in Duke's mayo on the outside, and then do your seasoning.
Yep.
Whether I think we did the honey hog, throw some in the cavity too, and then we did it in. You tie the legs back, and then just use like one of those. I think it's called a roasting pan. Where's a pan that has a little grate you can set it on,
Yep.
and then just put it in the smoker that way, and then. Was it every 15 minutes or 30 minutes you go out and drizzle it in butter and yeah. So I've done that, and that might actually be is it maybe the Traeger, one of their recipes, but that's a solid one if you aren't comfortable doing the spatchcock. And
I just think the spatchcock cooks it so much more evenly, and
It does.
it doesn't dry it out. I feel like when you
still have that much butter in it though, it's
Yeah.
probably not gonna dry out.
But I mean, you know what I mean. Like when you have to cook, because you don't cook it as long when you're spatchcocking. I just
Yeah, it
feel like
definitely
it's
cooks
more
faster.
even. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, if you're I thought that if you're somebody who isn't going to spatchcock or doesn't feel comfortable, because spatchcocking is weird, cutting the bone out. Like I think we all mutilated them.
Yeah, but the only thing you see is the top of the turkey, anyways, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
You just don't turn that bitch over. You don't take a picture of the bottom of it.
Nope.
If you are going to spatchcock, have some good shears.
Yeah,
Because
get
them
some
bones are
actual
fucking
poultry
hard.
shears.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say use some like tin snips.
You
Cut
would.
that bitch out.
What about you, Chris?
Last year I spatchcocked it with the honey hog, but I used the How to Barbecue Right brine. And I just throw
from
it-
Malcolm.
They get the bag. I just get a bag with the brine usually, and just throw it in the bag. And then I have an outdoor, well, not an outdoor, but a garage fridge, and I just keep it in there.
Yep.
Put a little weight on it.
That's what the Cosmos one has its own bag.
Yeah. So I just throw it out there, and then I let it dry for a day in the fridge.
Yep.
After
Some people.
I brine it.
Yep. Some will say that pull it out and let it sit in the fridge uncovered,
Yeah.
and then just let it dry out. So,
That actually works really well with chicken wings too.
yep.
Like if you want them a little crispier, let them dry out in the fridge overnight.
Yeah.
It's definitely a process. You got to start like a week before Thanksgiving to start.
Oh yeah, because most
prepping your
most
turkey
brines you
almost.
want like 2 days probably in the brine,
Oh yeah.
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 if not longer.
I guess
Like minimum over.
if you have a frozen turkey, you got to start a week before because you got to start thawing it. It's going to take 3 or 4 days to thaw. Then you got to brine it. It's going to take a couple days to brine it. Then you got to let it sit for a day, and then you're ready. So
yeah, well this is going to come out Wednesday, so basically a week from Thanksgiving when this comes out. So you should already have your like fucking poop in a group here. If you want to do any of these recipes, like the sides, okay, that's like whatever. You
Yeah.
can get the sides done, but if you're trying to do one of these turkeys, like you should have a turkey thawing out already at minimum. And if you're getting like a fresh one, you got to get that brine ready if you're going to put it in a brine.
I'm on the search for a tomahawk rib roast somewhere in town.
Snake River has them. They can get them to you pretty quick.
They can.
Why don't you do that?
But I want a bigger one. They
It's
only
also
have,
like $800, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was $350 for the 4-bone, which is what I.
Speaking of them, I am going to thaw out a brisket, and I was looking at some jerky stuff, and someone said about making jerky with brisket flat.
Oh.
So I'm going to try it with some flat, and then just make some burn ends with the other side.
Yeah.
With the point, but just use the flat and slice it and make beef jerky.
So, are you doing that with the Snake River biscuit?
Mm-hmm.
That's some expensive jerky. That is some expensive jerky.
I have 4 of them in my freezer right now, so I,
I
should probably.
think I would go buy one at Costco to try that one out. Nah,
Yeah, it'd be fine.
fuck that.
I got this meat slicer. It's been sitting on the floor in here for like a fucking year. I might as well use that thing.
There is not a fucking chance I'm fucking around and trying that with the $200 brisket.
Yeah,
You're
but I've
out of
already
your
tried the
goddamn
briskets. You just
mind.
haven't done a brisket yet with it. You haven't done a
Yeah.
snake. You've done one Snake River brisket, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done 2.
2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
Really, what's the difference though if I cook it like a brisket and if I already know how to make jerky? It's not like I'm going to fuck it up. I want to make jerky on the smoker. That's what I always do when I do it.
Out of a $200 brisket.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and I are living in different
But
worlds.
here, what's the difference though? In all honesty, what's the difference whether I cook the brisket and slice it up and eat it or I slice it up and make jerky and eat it? It's no different.
It's a big difference.
No, it's not. I'm still eating it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, does anybody agree with me here? They're on the same page as me?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm good with it too.
These guys second and third this motion, so you're out. We had a vote while you were gone. You're out.
While you were here.
But I'll report back on that. I got to thaw one out though.
Well, I think we
bring
should all
some
be able
in.
to try some.
Yeah, I'll bring some
Yeah.
in for you guys.
Yeah.
Tanner's out. He thinks it's too
Yeah.
expensive, so he's out.
Yeah.
It's
No, he didn't
fucking-
say it was too expensive for him to eat. He just said it was too expensive
I mean-
for him to make.
Yeah, for me to try, like maybe, but I would,
You know
I would
what? I'll bring
definitely try
some-
it on something cheap first.
I'm gonna
You know
let
what I mean?
Nicole know that I'm bringing some in, so she can come in. I'll let her try because she like try her food.
Yeah,
Like Tanner's not been a contributing factor to this entire thing, so
I deliver it, bitch.
Fair.
Here's your 10% tip.
not in the truck.
Sometimes.
Anybody else got any fancy Thanksgiving foods they want to throw out there to the people they can try?
No.
Does your wife know where the biscuit recipe's at? She was lost it.
She's
for a
all
second.
over it. Yep.
Okay, she lost
Got
it for a
it.
second. It was pretty detrimental to the whole scene.
Make some good rolls. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I like the yeast rolls, like the thin ones.
I don't know what
They're
you-
like
I don't know what-
covered.
I don't know. I don't know
Like
how she makes
flip
it.
over.
If you don't have like a secret biscuit recipe, dude, some fucking Grand's biscuits are pretty solid just out of the fucking container.
None of that stuff's happened in my house. It's not allowed.
Oh,
But honey, no.
Nope.
sorry, Michael Landon. I didn't know we were a Little House on the Prairie over here.
We are Little House in the Prairie with refrigerators. I opened up the refrigerator the other day and we have pickled peppers. We have freaking homemade jellies.
Did you
and
pick a
jams.
peck?
Of pickled peppers?
Yeah. So I had you know those little pepperoncinis, like the
banana
ones that are
peppers?
sliced, like you buy a Valentino salad and it's on the fucking
Oh,
side.
yeah.
The banana peppers.
Yeah. Well, I made a bunch of those and they're fucking good. Like it's super quick pickle. Like, but we have all this shit in our fridge. We have fucking canning jars and stuff. Everyone like it's a Little House in the Prairie with a refrigerator in my
Do you
house.
guys have a cellar?
We should.
Have you not dug one
Yeah.
yet? Why have you not dug a cellar yet?
Well, don't even start because she sent me one about how to make a cellar with a shipping container in your backyard. Not that
Ooh,
long
I do
ago.
enjoy it. Having a shipping container is pretty handy. I do have one. It's pretty handy.
Yep. We've already got.
How much was your shipping container?
I think I shystered that deal up. I have a 20-footer and I got it delivered and everything for $2,500.
Yeah, they used.
I gave her a
Are you gonna
Ziploc
put it in
baggie of
the
cash, so that helped.
You gonna
They,
put it in the ground?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like dig a hole. This is how to make your homemade prepper cellar.
Well, at least you got your spring worked out. What you're going to be doing?
That's what Demolition Ranch. Remember they buried that one and he made that gun room.
Yeah. Well, like if you bury like a regular shipping container, you do have to be cognizant of the pressure from the dirt, right? Because the actual flat part of the walls are not meant to take a lot of pressure. All
Yeah,
this
he just-
pressure is supposed to be on the frame.
Yeah, they just concreted around his.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you can pour concrete around it, then the concrete will take all the thing. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, there's been people who've buried.
See, Tanner, you can do
containers.
that.
But they've buried containers and then just backfilled with dirt, and it's caved in.
You know,
the
I'll just
sidewalls
message
for the
Nicole,
top.
let her know where she can get the shipping container from. Get this show going here. You know, I don't want to delay this. I would not get a 40-footer. That's going to be a big hole you have to dig, especially by hand because you're Amish, so you got to use by hand. I don't want to see a single bobcat out there if you're digging this hole.
Oh, well, we'd have to have one.
Nope. Michael Landon would have never done that.
I know.
What was his name on the show?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
I don't know. I just think it's crazy his daughter is on Yellowstone.
I did not know that.
Teeter, the one that fucking talks funny and swears, that's his daughter.
Oh, really?
He was on Bonanza, not Little Home on the Prairie.
No,
House on the
Michael
Prairie?
Landon.
Michael Landon was
yeah.
Little House on the
Little
Prairie.
House on the Prairie. Okay.
With
He
Laura
d-
with
he-
Laura Ingalls
Speaking-
Wilder.
He also died pretty young.
Yeah, he had something, cancer,
some kinda-
something.
Now we got to see what his name was in Little House on the Prairie. 'Cause I'm curious.
Yeah, he's been dead for a bit. I think he died like in the late '80s, early '90s.
Yeah, Nicole, she just likes to make everything from scratch.
Yeah, so I think you should hand dig a hole for this fucking cellar.
Well,
He died
on the list.
91.
Actually, you know what you should do? Like build it out of brick, underground. That's what my parents had.
that'd be cool.
Yeah,
He was on Bonanza.
Be a real Mason.
he was on Bonanza. Good call, man.
Little Joe Cartwright in Bonanza. Charles Ingalls in Little House
Oh,
on the
yeah.
Prairie.
I actually knew that.
You learn something new every day about Michael Landon.
He was 54. 54 when he passed away.
Yeah, I got deleted off. I gotta fucking re-put it on there. God, what did he die from?
Let's see.
Sepsis? Did they not chalk the wagon? You gotta
Ford the river.
cock the wagon before you can ford the river.
Usually there's like a... Oh, here we go.
Little Oregon Trail reference.
Yeah.
Pancreatic cancer.
Yep. I
Ugh.
thought I figured it had some kind of
Bad one.
cancer. Yeah.
No good.
Yeah, and with the medical treatment on the prairie, there wasn't a lot of time for him.
The medical treatment, now there's not a lot of time for you.
Yeah,
Pancreatic
true.
cancer is not good.
He smoked and drank. He said he started suffering from severe headaches while on a vacation in Utah, and 3 days later he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer.
Great. Next time I have a headache, I'm gonna think
Inoperable
it's
at the time.
cancer.
Fucking, that's like WebMD. God damn it.
Every symptom you have is either you're completely fine or you're dead.
Yeah.
Those are the only two options.
Well, no, and there's no in betweener. It's cancer.
Yeah.
Like just right away, it's cancer.
Cancer.
Yeah, the worst thing you can do is look it up on Google.
Yeah,
You're like,
fuck
oh,
that.
shit.
Yeah.
It's
Here are
over.
my symptoms. Dead. Oh, cool.
You're like, oh, my finger's been sore. Cancer. It's probably ass cancer.
Just referred pain. It's okay.
I thought I was having a stroke one night, but like Nicole was already asleep. She had a migraine. So I just because I'm going to go to bed and see what happens. No, it's fine. So
Why do you have so many stories like that?
Yeah.
You don't want to
I
bother
just like to
them. Like,
ignore
I get
things.
it.
I just don't want to bother anybody.
I've done it a couple times where I thought I was having a heart attack, and I was like, "Oh, it's fine. It's just a little."
I just
pain."
thought Full Metal Jacket. So you woke up, but that was a fucking disappointment.
Like I got a sharp thing in my head, and I freaking my vision went all fucked up. I couldn't see anything.
That's a migraine.
And I was like, just go to bed.
That's like you could have had a stroke.
Jesus.
I mean, that's like the like number
Chris is
one or
over
two
here.
things where, like,
Chris is over here
sudden
worried
onset
about stuff, and I'm just like,
thunderclap
I probably just wake up. Probably just need to sleep this one off.
And
Rub
if
a little
not,
dirt on it.
if not, what's the best way to die in your sleep?
Yeah.
No.
You think Chris Farley died the best way?
No.
Just a raging hard on with a bunch of strippers around
What?
him?
What's a
I don't want to die in my sleep.
why?
headache. Die in battle.
What do you want to die like,
Exactly.
in a fire?
No,
Maybe.
No, I don't
that would
see-
be the
So,
worst.
dude, no. If you die in battle, you lost. If you die in battle, I feel like you don't want to
But it's an
lose.
Your
honorable
side
death.
could have won.
It just depends on if it's unsurmountable odds. Like, I can't win. I'm still going to go out on my feet.
Like
than
300?
laying in fucking
Yeah.
bed.
Like 300.
Yeah.
Cannot even imagine going out like that.
What if you're like 90?
Whatever.
We can do 10 paces and
I
turn
was-
just for fun.
Did you guys see the movie? Like, you guys
Pay
saw the
somebody
TV
to
show
try to break
Vikings,
in
right?
and take.
I know the show. I never
So
watched
they're on the show Vikings. They're getting ready to go raid, I don't know, somewhere in England. And one of the old guys in the village of Kattegat comes up to Lilgard, or what was his name?
Uhtred?
Ragnar, yeah.
Ragnar.
Comes up to him and is like, "Hey, I want to join the battle." And Ragnar's like, "Dude, you're old as fuck. You can't do anything." He's like, "You're right. I can't." He's like, "Maybe I kill one, maybe I kill two, but he's like, at least I die with honor and I die in battle with an axe in my hand." And Ragnar's like, "Cool, get in the boat." Let's
Well,
go."
that's the only way he went to Valhalla.
Right. And so, but like when you're talking about like how you want to die, like that's something that like I've tried to, like I've talked to Aaron kind of about that mentality, and like it's something that I don't think women like get or understand. Like,
Well, like if there is a battle, then cool.
Yeah.
Right. But like, I'm like, where's your battle going to be?
When I'm about to die, I'm going to start a battle somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
whether
so I
whether he's slapping Aaron, there's going to be a fight somewhere.
Somewhere there's going to be a fight.
We can all just be in wheelchairs rolling up to battle with our AR-15s. Be like, all right, bitches.
Yeah, let's
this is
do
how we're
this
going
thing.
out.
That's right.
We're going to roll up to battle.
Much-
Can I have
Sounds
a?
much
I want a
better than
motorized
going to
wheelchair though.
sleep
I don't want to
and
be
not
happy.
waking up.
100%.
We're going to roll up to battle, and they're going to go up the stairs, and we're going to go, fuck.
Fuck that. They got wheelchairs that go upstairs
Fuck, you know how slow that would be?
Oh,
faster than staying at the bottom.
Like, have you seen the Family Guy where they're the A-team? They jump out of the van, they're like, yeah, let's get him. And all you hear is, "Wee," while Joe's coming down the wheelchair lift. Wee. Okay, now let's go. All right, guys, well, that's
don't want to die in my sleep. No. Don't
right.
want to go out like that.
So how granted, a epic battle would be super
That,
cool.
okay, but
Yeah.
let's
But assuming
let's,
we don't
let's
have-
take battle off the table. Like, okay, off the table. Like, just not waking up would not be bad.
Yeah, what do you want to do? Drown or die in a fire?
No, you want to be awake and like aware of like, oh, I had a heart attack and I'm dead. Like,
No, that's not. I don't want to go out with my body failing me. I'd rather go out doing something. Or
Yeah, well,
like,
no,
you know
I'm
what
just
I
saying,
mean?
like, what if you went to bed like you were healthy and just fucking stroked out in the middle of the night and died?
That doesn't. I mean, you wouldn't know it happened.
What
I guess,
about
but
going out running a 24-minute 3-mile?
That probably could have happened.
Like, once you hit the line, just fucking...
Oh, yeah, you're past.
Yeah, way past.
Yeah,
Yeah, we saw the
we could
mission
probably try
failed.
that again in a couple months.
Maybe
Getting back in
Probably
that
not,
January
though.
1st thing again.
Probably not though. I don't know.
Well, there's some food for thought on how to die. And
Do you know what one interesting fact about death is that your brain releases a metric shit ton of DMT when you die, and DMT is the most hallucinogenic drug out there.
so you think you just hallucinate a bunch as you're dying?
No, I think. Well, personally, I think that's your pathway to heaven. I think that's your soul leaving. But that's. Some people think it's when you jump to another dimension or whatever. But whatever, I think it's your path.
Wasn't that on Wayne's World? When you kill the man at dead of winter, you can see his soul rise out of his body.
No, I really think like there are people who have died, like literally died and been brought back, and they will like say like it's almost like they do float up. You know what I mean? Like on the top of the hospital, there's a blue shirt in the corner of the roof. You know, and then it's there.
Could be.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what I think.
That's good.
It's a good trip. You get a trip when you die.
Yeah. Life is a trip and then you die. Still trying to get
Or
a
you
piece of
die and
apple
then you
pie.
get a trip.
Yeah. There's words of Coolio.
I'm down. Like, I'd be down to do DMT before I die, though. Just saying that.
Oh yeah, I'm totally down. Here's the thing, like the great philosopher Theo Von said, you can't even buy cocaine in this country anymore because they might die doing it.
No, you can't buy good cocaine anymore in this
Yeah.
country.
You can't even just randomly buy cocaine because it could have fentanyl.
Yeah, because
in
if you make a mistake, it's like, oh man, I'll never do cocaine again. He's like, you're just dead.
it. Yeah,
Right?
right. So
Unless
like,
your buddy has Narcan, that's with you.
Dude, that
Yeah.
stuff's so wild. Like, we got to hit someone with it the other day. Again, every time. It's fucking great.
do you know what's wild? Is that when you go to the pharmacy, it's like just sitting, not behind the pharmacy, on the outside of the pharmacy. Like, here's some Narcan you can buy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can just buy it for personal use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sitting there, like
Just get like jacked up before a lift.
at fucking Baker's. It's just
I
sitting
don't
right
think
there.
it would work like that. I don't know.
I have a couple Narcan stories that I'll tell you off podcast.
Yeah. But it's like people just snap to life. They're like,
And they're mad about it.
Yeah, they're pissed.
some of them are mad. Like, we've had a couple pukers, which was gross. But a couple of people that, like, if you have
Did you roll them back on their back so they could just choke them and die?
Yeah, I just put my hand. I'm like, not on me.
You're not friendly. Roll them on
If
their
you have
back.
if you have a paramedic and you can titrate them, so like the blasts that they have that you can buy in the store are like max dose blasts per hit. So that's going from like you're completely sedated by whatever narcotic you took to all of that is gone and now you're wide awake and your eye is ruined and you're still alive. And so, but if you're a paramedic and you can dose it, you can give like little incrementals. So you can like bring people back up slowly or bring them up just enough to where they're able to like breathe and kind of support themselves, but they're not fully awake. And that's ideal because then you can take them to the hospital. The hospital can do it and they can like slowly wake them up. But like when you hit them with the full blast, people wake up in all kinds of different situations.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Like I said, food for thought and food to think about for Thanksgiving and what you're thankful for. So if you like those recipes, try them out.
I'm thankful for never needing Narcan.
There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I'm,
for yourself or for other people?
For myself.
I'm thankful that I never took a Cybertruck ride from Tanner.
Yet.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
it's not happening.
He's been asking for them a lot.
No,
Yeah.
I have no desire to be in the.
You're
Cybertruck.
thankful for your Magnum loads.
I probably
That's
could
what
have
you're
just.
thankful for.
You know what? I probably won't ride in a Cybertruck. I'll just ride in a Pontiac Aztec. It's like the same thing.
It's really not.
I do think the Cybertrucks are disgusting.
They're just awful looking.
Okay, I actually think they're cool looking. It is
I
way
know I've
faster.
seen
Hold
your
on.
sense of style.
Hold on.
It-
Which
it-
Cybertruck are we talking about? The one where Tanner's wearing the shirt or the actual truck?
The actual truck itself. Yeah. Not the two-seater shirt he's got.
This thing is fucking ugly, but I'm almost there.
Yeah, both of
Look
them.
me in my eye.
No, you don't want to look in the eyes. And it's not gay if you don't make eye contact.
He's got to turn the lights off. Tanner's got to be clean shaven and no man noises.
You're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, the Cybertruck
I
is
thought about that a little too much.
It's a weird looking vehicle.
Matt, you were there.
Someone had to run the camera.
Everyone needs a cuck.
There you go. That's what Brett's thankful for.
Oh yeah, Matt was filming.
The Cybertruck ride. You gotta,
Anyway.
you gotta yell B3 twice for a Tanner Cybertruck ride.
Yeah.
Twice.
Anything else, anybody?
I think we're good.
All right, well,
Wrap this bitch up.
get your fucking turkeys bought. Get them in the brine if you're going to do it. Make some good food. And we'll see you next time.